in the car tonight. Jason is driving. Say hi, Jason.
Hey,
Yeah, he helps me run the cameras sometimes. Like me, he's got two young kids, so younger than mine. Your oldest is what, Harmony's age? Yeah, or almost Harmony's age, and your youngest is what, 6 months now?
uh, three.
3 months. 3 months. So there's that. Welcome to Late Night Gun Chat. If you hadn't seen one of these, we just ask our question. You just ask your questions and we do our answers, and that's worth exactly what you paid for it, unless you give me a super chat, which is worth less than what you paid for it, probably. So anyway, we were out target shooting today. We shot in the rain, and we were just, decided, hey, this is the time we have to do it, and the rain's just going to have to suck. And we're just going to have to eat up the suck there, and it was not bad. All right, we got Cartridge in Alaska, Blasi. Thank you. Hello, guys. So we'll wait for some more people to get in. Make sure you say hi, because I will shout out the chat here. But anyway, so we're filming a lot of stuff today. We did about 5 different barrel. We had 5 different barrel lengths of 6.5 Creedmoor. We had 18, 20, 22, 24, and 28 inch barrels. And we had some interesting results with that. The 20 inch and the 22 were like neck and neck the whole time. But as soon as you dropped to 18, you lost a lot. It was kind of interesting there. And then we just had we did, I don't know how many different types of ammo, 5 different types of ammo. We did Fusion, LRX, ELDX, Sierra tipped Game King, and SSTs. So we did a lot in that, and they're just chronograph videos, but they're going to be what they were. The Garmin does work in the rain. The Garmin chronograph works in the rain. Y'all want to see that? Not quite a Georgia deluge, but it's there. Again, make sure you say hi, because I don't know you. Shout out your name if you don't say hi. Only got 3 people in the chat so far, or in the. You ask your questions, I give you my answers. This one will end when we get home, because we got to get all these guns in. They're just coated in rim oil right now, because they were just in the rain as much as they could be. So it is what it is. Spinning circle of death, Chuck. I got good service the whole time here. I am doing well. Do have one from review. Come back, Carl. I can see your comment. No, don't do that. All right. What's up, M. Gabriel? What's up, Dang Raven Star? B. Johnson 907. Gabriel. All right. Had to restart it. Okay, that was on you, man. Well, it looks like we got 28 people now. Hunter Kirk's in here. Good evening from North Idaho. How you doing? And Daniel Ravenstar, hi from Nevada. Yeah, the 480 shot well. I think the 480 beat the 454. My buddy here who owns the 454 says otherwise. The 454 definitely had more energy, but it also had a lighter bullet, but it went significantly faster, wouldn't you say? Yeah, the 454 was 1900s, and see, he's already trying to fudge the numbers. And then the 480 was 1600 out of that rifle, but the stuff was supposed to be going like 1450. So, but it was a 300 grain bullet versus a 260 grain bullet. The 480 penetrated more. We're using extreme penetrators, so the 480 actually penetrated more. Kind of is what it is. So, what's up, Anonymous F? How you doing? It's good to see you.
I have both cartridges, so I like both of them.
Yeah, you do have both cartridges. Yeah, we should do your pistol versus rifle with your 380. What's up, Bear Claw 700? How you doing? Sorry. OJ Simpson. Hello, Chuck. How you doing, OJ Simpson? All problem, Carl. Even when we're truly alone, we still love and have a friend in God. Life is precious, not to be thrown away. I got a 480. Daniel, God is my judge. I see Glock yards. We didn't even film a Glock today, did we? We filmed that Banshee that you want, Daniel. We filmed a little bit with that. How'd you like shooting the Banshee, Jason?
Nice. Nice gun.
Smooth, isn't it?
Red dot.
Yeah, the red dot I have on is awful. Glocktards, I can't spell. Okay, if you're calling us Glocktards and you can't spell, who's actually the tard here? That's what I want to know, Daniel. Okay. Your thoughts on Trump's assassination attempt? Well, it was definitely an inside job. I mean, there's reports out there. I don't know how true they are, but there's reports out there that they saw the guy and were not allowed to shoot. But it kind of is what it is. Raymond Rao. I think Trump picked a very good VP. I need to do more research on it. Might be good enough to make me vote for him and not write in Rand Paul. I don't know yet. We'll see. Trump still got to apologize for the anti-2A stuff he did during his first term, and he still got to apologize to for the 9.5 trillion in debt. So circle it. There we go. And Carson would make a great VP, absolutely. Ken, I'm not sure. I really haven't watched the footage that closely other than once or twice. Okay. All right. So, don't have a lot of my wrenches in here tonight. Let's see. There's a couple of these comments I need to take out of here from these trolls. All right. What about RFK Jr.? RFK Jr. is anti-Second Amendment. He is pro-abortion. He even said you could kill a baby right up to birth. RFK Jr. is, he's a nicer person and better, more there than Biden and possibly more there in the head than Trump. But he's on the wrong side of the issues. If you think killing a baby 5 weeks before it's born is okay, you are a freaking Nazi Hitler. It just is what it is. Give out more wrenches. Yep. What are the hunting seasons up there? Is there something season open just about every point of the year? Yeah, most places black bear doesn't close. There's so many black bears up here. I think there's one black bear for every 2 people, 3 people, something like that. Of course, you're talking about, a place that's bigger than most of the Midwest of the United States combined. So it is what it is. Who's your favorite president during your lifetime? Holy jeez. Oh, man. They've all been awful during my lifetime. Good question. They've all been awful. I guess the best would have been Reagan, but I was so young I don't remember. But yeah, the Reagan. Just removed my black bear tags yesterday and got my dipping permit. Yeah. But even Reagan wasn't great on the national debt, and even he signed the bill with the Hughes Amendment in it, so now we can't have the same type of weaponry that the military can without paying a huge amount of money. So, yeah, that female chicken Secret Service looked like chickens with their head cut off. Very good, true, Ken W. If you look at the checks in Alaska, there are no hunting season peaks. It's all guns all the time. Yep, there you go. You remember Reagan assassination tip? I've seen and reported about. I've seen in reports about it, but I have not. 3 or 4 years old at the time. Jason, do you remember that? You were like not even inches in your father's britches, right? Yeah. Man, the presidential election, fatty cheeseburger, kind of sucks. I don't like Trump and I don't like Biden. I wish we could start over with different candidates. Amen, fatty cheeseburger. That is comment of the day. At least Trump has a really, really good vice president candidate right now. The Secret Service finally got a chance to yell Donald Duck. Let's see. What betting compound you plan to use for that 300? What do you recommend, Derek? What can I get off the shelf at a store that you recommend? What's up, John Crump News? If you haven't subscribed to John Crump News, you are making poor decisions with your life, and you need to come to Jesus and turn around and subscribe to John Crump News. So there's that. Marine Techs. Okay. Agree. New candidates, please. Yeah. 100%. DevCon. Okay. DevCon Marine Techs. Alright. I was going to try the ACA glass or whatever that you can get over this thing. I've tried it before. It didn't really help that rifle, but I messed it up a little bit. I went too far forward to the lug. Well, that guy's going to find the cops. Just sped around us. We're going 55, 60, and he's going like 80. Just pouring rain. Good luck with that, buddy. Have you seen any pew pew videos on YouTube? I'm trying to get Chook to watch and learn a proper grip. I know, right? I've been trying to do that for as long as I've known Chook. So, Reagan jokes when a balloon popped and said, "Hey," he said, "You missed me." Yeah. Get Brownell's Arculus sells best at our store, but we don't have what he mentioned. Okay. B. Johnson, what store do you work at? You don't have to tell everybody if you don't want to. John Crump, thanks for what you do, sir. Just sub to John Crump News. There you go. John Crump, I will plug you every time. Plug your channel every time. Anyway. So, 3 bears KGB. Okay? We're about to pass that. Thanks, B. Johnson. We're not coming in tonight, but I might come in tomorrow and get it. Your child thumb is dragging on that slide. Yep. Hit those thumbs up. Thanks for what you do. Yep. You're welcome. Yep. Do you remember watching my police chase? Yes, O.J. Simpson, or the person acting as O.J. Simpson. I remember watching that. I was old enough for that. So. LeBron or Jordan? Oh, in their prime, Jordan walks all over LeBron. Wouldn't you say, Jason? It's gunked up with water. It was just not running. I don't know what was happening there. The fail zero failing again. They're definitely failing again. So, I bet O.J. Simpson is actually Chook. What do you think? You think that's Chook's alter ego there? One of my mentally challenged relatives was on your defense team. Wow. I got here late. Where are you going? Oh, here late. Where are you going? Oh, David Posey, we're coming back from the range. We're coming back from shooting videos. Like I was actually out shooting, making some YouTube content, trying to make some more. So definitely like shooting in the sunshine better. Sunshine with a photocell going for the mosquitoes is much better. So we definitely made the. We're gonna see if that Garmin chronograph really was waterproof today. That's what I'm trying to say. Have you tried the Winchester's Expedition long range lineup yet? No. The 30-06 190 ABLR is pretty spicy for factory. Good to know. I guess we'll have to look into that. You're the one with the 30-06, Jason. How does that sound for you?
ADLR? Not bad.
190 grain? You should be able to get 2650, 2700.
Yeah. My guns twist a little slow, so
yeah.
I get good velocity, but it won't get the greatest accuracy. Usually about anything over a 170, I started seeing bigger groups, but it should be all right.
It'd be fun to test anyway.
Oh, yeah.
2750 with feet per second. There you go. No, it's not you with the guns. So, Tagusi, you are going to be banned from the channel. We're not going to talk like that. Yeah, it's 5.7 by 28 millimeter. I'm assuming you're thinking, not 5.7 by 25. It's 5.7 by 28 millimeter. Is it a good carry round? My answer is, in general, no. It doesn't necessarily get the penetration with bullets that expand, and it doesn't do enough damage with bullets that don't expand. It's not like a 45 where you can put in a 230 grain ball and expect it to keel over all the Japanese coming out of the ditch at you. It's not that. Now, what it's good for is just people who can't handle recoil. If you Shook needs to get better with a 5.7 by 28 or even a 22 until he can shoot that well. Man, so many mosquitoes still in the car. So, anyway, yeah, what I would love to have a 5.7 by 28 pistol for is for my wife to just go have fun shooting it, because there's no recoil, and it's just, but she could have it by her bedside and it would still be effective enough, but it's not. I mean, I'm anybody who carries that, you need to have a red dot on it. You need to go for headshots. It is a much better gun in caliber in a carbine, that's for sure. Anonymous F, I have a whole video on this called Best Hunting Bullets, Top 5 Best Hunting Bullets. The best ones that I like are, if I had to put them in order, it'd be Federal Fusion, Federal Terminal Ascent. Then it would be Nosler Petition, then it would be Barnes TTSX, and then it would be Barnes LRX. There are some other good ones out there. The North Fork is a good one. It's going to be kind of like a Nosler Petition, and a TSX had a ugly love child. But yeah, the GMX is okay, but I think this new CX is actually better. So there's that. And so that's that. Can you show your EDC currently? No, you're not allowed to show guns live on YouTube. But I am EDCing a Glock 29. Fusion Tipped is coming soon. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Do you like Colt 1911? Yeah, I do. Do you like ELDX? ELDX is the worst hunting bullet on the market, and if you use it, you are an unethical hunter. Unless you're shooting coyotes or you're shooting deer in the neck and ear hole. ELDX is for stupid people.
Unlike the SST.
Yeah. But it is very accurate. Like, it's so accurate in my guns that I was like, well, maybe I should just ear hole things. So, hi, how you doing, Steve? Powerful Preps, good to see you. The new SW Bodyguard looks kind of cool. 380 is no-go, though. 380, I don't want to be hit by 380. Daniel, just because you hate something that is too good for you to touch doesn't mean you should do that, all right? Every time you say Glock, everybody has a drink. Okay, there we go. Great. Glad you did great there. 10-4. So, that was a pretty strong opinion, Anonymous F, but yeah. It's very accurate, and if you're shooting game at 800 yards, maybe it'll work. But, like, type of boat. Grenades. In fact, we didn't make a good shot tonight, but we hit like the ribs and we hit like the water jugs behind it, and that bullet just grenaded. So, what's up, Cheeseburger XJ? Good to see you. You guys eating good up there today? No, I've only had a few pancakes and a couple of chicken sausage links. So, in fact, I haven't even drank enough water, so I'm going to, forgive me, but I'm going to drink some water here on this little drive here. Should be close enough to town that we don't flag signal again. Everyone says beaver is great, but never had it. Yeah, I don't know about that. What's up, Montana Musings? How you doing? Can I turn this over to heat? There we go. High points are good for what you get. I have had a .45 for a year and it has a jam once, plus it's never been cleaned. Bought it because it's made in America. There you go. Until that metal wears out from the low graded metal they use in them. The signal almost goes away. Yeah, there we go. What's up, Mario Mosin? How you doing? You know, Daniel, I'm really surprised you want the CMMG Banshee because you know it has Glock mags. You're going to have to go support Glock and buy Glock mags for the CMMG Banshee. So, kind of is what it is. Yeah, the High Point 10mm, the video I did on it functions actually really good. Can you use thermal night vision goggles or drones up there? Not for hunting. Yeah, crazy week for gun people. I heard that. My JP has G-Mag, Glock mags. You can't even spell Glock. You're not even like, cool enough to even spell Glock. I get it, Daniel. What I know is it summertime that Alaska gets continuous sun? No, right now it's rain. Yes, the sun is out for a long time, but it's just rain. Rain. Buffering. What's up, Christopher? Abernathy? Yeah, I don't know why. I'm in a good area. I had like 5G the whole time. Good area. I had like 5G the whole time. Tap, I'm not going to say that. Alright, it took 4 days to get approval for my Shusher machine. I haven't been able to drive down to get it yet. That's blasphemy, dude. You should be there the same day. David, hey man, how many inches is your forehead? Some weird people that come in these vertical live streams, I can tell you that. Can you skin a grizz? Yes, absolutely, I can, and I have.
Maybe.
Had a dam bust from a town over from all the rain today. Oh wow, a town over. Yep. That's crazy. Yeah. So what was the most interesting thing you shot today, Jason?
Interesting thing shot today. Remember that Banshee? I think that was the first pistol caliber carbine I've shot. No, it's not true. At least in an AR.
Yeah, that Banshee's pretty cool. Cam got another Browns on the cam the other night. One with the Cub. Cool. 6 inches of rain in 3 hours. That's a lot. As much as it rains here, it doesn't rain that gushing hard like it does in the lower 48. Trump or Trump? Well, I hope Trump gets in and then abdicates and lets his vice president. His vice president would be a good one. Trump ran up the national debt $9.5 trillion by not vetoing a single spending bill, and he attacked the Second Amendment repeated times. So I do not like Trump. He's a rhino. All right. But, you know, and those are facts. You can go look them up. If you don't like me saying Trump is a rhino, there are 9.5 trillion reasons why. And if you don't like it, you're part of the problem with this country. Like, you're part of the people that just worship a politician instead of actually holding them accountable. But, you know, is he better than Biden? Yeah, absolutely he's better than Biden, in the same way that eating a turd is better than eating diarrhea. So, I hope you like that mental picture there. So, Jesus 2024, yeah, that's for sure. Respect, yeah, there you go. You know, is he better than Biden? Yes. Did he have better border policy? Absolutely. Did he have, was he getting the budget down until COVID? Yeah, he was getting the deficit down until COVID, which was great. I don't know why, just for Trump to have my vote, he needs to come out and say, like, I'll write in Rand Paul, okay? And that's not a waste of my vote. You're a fucking moron if you think it's a waste of my vote, okay? And the reason why, there's two reasons why. One, okay, my state's going to vote for Trump anyway. My one vote isn't going to make the difference between Trump or Biden in Alaska. Not going to happen, right? Number two, if somehow I convince enough Alaskans with me to to write in Rand Paul, and Rand Paul wins Alaska, those 3 votes go to Rand Paul. They don't go to Joe Biden, okay? That's 3 votes taken away from Joe Biden, okay? So, like, it is what it is. It's terrible. We are all just cash cows for the Fed. That's pretty much true. Daniel, that's the smartest thing you've said all night. All right, Steve, have a good one, man. Been scouting some new spots with that 4-wheeler. Just up the hill from my house. I hadn't been out anywhere yet that it would be way out in the back, but yeah. So to earn my vote, Trump has to promise to veto every spending bill until Congress passes a balanced budget amendment and ends the Fed. We'll hold out, you know. Well, they're unconstitutional and they're wrong. If Trump will do that, he has my vote. But he came out as a sitting president and attacked your 5th Amendment and 2nd Amendment rights. I mean, if you vote for Trump, you're not voting for a pro-2A candidate. Let's just be honest. Okay? So, Russia wanting Alaska back is hilarious. Yeah. Is it weird that I have sweet dreams about them trying? I mean, kind of wish they'd parachute over now. I mean, we got how many guns in the truck? I got 9 rifles and 1 handgun. So,
Make for a good weekend.
You think that'd be a good weekend, Jason?
Good weekend, yeah.
Yeah. Man, could you imagine what it would take to land troops in Alaska? I mean,
Probably boats.
yeah, probably boats. Yeah.
Need at least 2 of them.
You need at least 2 boats. There you go. If y'all haven't met Jason, Jason runs my cameras a lot. I don't pay him because YouTube doesn't pay us enough money, but sometimes I give him free shit. So, like the 6.5 PRC, I gave it to him because he wanted my 6.5 by 284. Now I wish I had the 6.5 PRC and gave him the 6.5 by 284. So, then that way he can deal with sending it back to Savage. So this is an interesting thing. Maybe Derek can answer this question. My 6.5 by 284. I was talking with somebody about it. He said, try to bolt and chamber some factory rounds and let me know what happens. So I had a box of factory rounds and I chambered, they were Nosler Accubons from Nosler. I chambered them. They were sticking in the chamber. Gun's clean. Okay? Haven't shot it since I shot my moose. That was the last round I fired was at my moose in the back of the neck to put it out of its misery. So I shot it. It was, I was bolting these rounds and they were just sticking in there, the factory. But I could move the safety on and off and the trigger wasn't, the trigger looked like it was set correctly and all that. I obviously didn't pull the trigger. And so I ran some of my hand loads in there, but they were not the stuff I was using for moose hunting. They're a 120 grain TTSX. And they're going a little faster. Actually, they're going quite a bit faster. And they were, a good bullet. And they were, every time I racked the round, I couldn't turn on the safety, and sometimes the trigger would freeze. So then I found the rounds I was using last year hunting when I first got the problem, and I could put the rounds in the chamber and put the safety on. It was just perfectly fine. What's up, David Thompson? How you doing? In general, how long are your hunting expeditions? What's the longest you've been out there? Mine are not that long, because I'm either successful and come back, or I didn't plan to go that long. 90% of my hunting expeditions are half-day trips up the mountain beside me, or duck hunting in the waters near my How am I reconnecting and spinning right here in the middle of town? Crazy. Used to be when I had a duck dog. I would go duck hunting a lot more, and we would go in the hay flats a few times, and we'd go down to a certain trail that I like to go down to that goes to a certain lake on the Kenai, and she would have fun swimming and stuff. And now I got to take a pack raft with me if I want to get my ducks. So doing great. Sorry, I'm just tuning in. That's all good, dude. You live on the East Coast, man. It's 11 o'clock there. All right. In general, Anonymous F, I take, like last year I took Friday off and had Monday and Tuesday, and took Monday and Tuesday off of work, and I drove up to where I was hunting Thursday night after work, and so that would have been 5 days. I would have been coming back on Tuesday evening. Or actually, just wouldn't come back Tuesday. Howsomever, I got my moose within 20 minutes on Friday morning. We were back home by Sunday afternoon. In general, I think 3 or 4 days is all I hunt. Like, it's all I can do. Not necessarily out in the wilderness, but like, especially if I'm backpacking and hunting and tent camping, it's just what it is. I've had a caribou hunt that was 3 days, I think, before. 4 days. When I went with Steven way up north, it was 2 days to drive up there, 2 days to drive back. But we only actually hunted. We came in one day and hunted the next day, and that was it. Then we spent a day in camp, and then we dragged our pack rafts upstream. So those puddle pointers are great hunting dogs. I had a lab. You live in the dream, brother, in Alaska. Couldn't imagine the game there in hunting. Yeah, there's some. You got to go find it, though. It's not like it's all over the place. You got to remember, Alaska's the size of from Minnesota to Texas. That's how big Alaska is. Okay? You can fit Montana, Texas, and California all inside of Alaska. So it's huge. And so you still got to go find them. So any place that's on the road system is hard to do. So just kind of is what it is. So just had a black bear bust up my metal garbage can 8 times over 30 years. There you go. Do you pack a shotgun and rifle so you can hunt both big game and waterfowl or small game? No, I pack I leave the waterfowl alone, big game hunting, because shotgun's just gonna make too much noise. But I will for grouse and rabbit and fox or whatever comes along. I will take a lot of times. I will take my suppressed 22. Last year I didn't. I just decided not to carry it, and I was happy about that, because had I carried it, I would have been chasing some grouse that I drove by on the 4-wheeler, and I wouldn't have got my moose. So it would have been really hard to eat my moose. So I'll carry my suppressed 22, but a lot, but not all the time. Like, there's sometimes I just settle down. I'm hunting for moose. This is what we're doing. So all right, Power for Preps. Have a good night, buddy. yeah, so definitely interesting times. I'm gonna get that I'm gonna get that 300 Win Mag bedded tomorrow and see if I can shoot it Thursday. So just got home from 4 days in the West Virginia mountains, free gun range there. Been wanting to master my Smith 357 Combat 66 model. That's a good one. I've been told moose is the best. Moose is good. Elk is the best. What is the long shot you're taking moose with? Considering I've only shot one, that would be 200 yards. Caribou was 459 yards. Black bear was 319. I shot another caribou at 280 and another one at 212 and another one at 2. Maybe if you let me come before September. There you go. Matsu Meat sells elk. Oh, really? Here we go. I'm gonna look that up. Fired 150 rounds, was hitting homes every shot at 30 yards. Good. There you go. What's up, David Martin from South Dakota? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. So yeah. It's pretty cool. How heavy can you load 300 Win Mags? SD standard deviation must be crazy, like shooting through an elephant lengthwise. Sectional density must be crazy. I try to stay within the books. So I picked up some for Valentine's Day for Sarah last year. Okay. South Dakota, what part? Cool. Yeah. South Dakota was one of my favorite states driving up to Alaska, but that was 11 years ago now. The Badlands was cool. Mount Rushmore was cool, but it was not as cool as the Badlands. Like my dad was all about Mount Rushmore. Well, I'm expecting it to be a lot bigger from the pictures than it really is. It's like you get up to it and you're like, who shrunk Mount Rushmore? But the pictures you see are all blown up and you're like, it must be taking up half the mountain, you know, but kind of is what it is. It's still an amazing feat of carpentry, of course. My 300 Win Mag doesn't like anything heavier than 180 grain. Mine does not mind the 190 grain Hornady CX. In fact, that's what I was loading up in that Peterson long brass. I didn't really get any better results. So it's also super light Savage. Mine is also a super light Weatherby. Mine liked the 165 grain TTSX, and that's good enough for anything in Alaska. 165 grain TTSX from a 300 Win Mag at 3,200 feet per second. And it wasn't the fastest I could send it. I could find a powder that would send it faster, but it seems to really like that 4831 SC. So that's what I like about my 300 Win Mag, and I plan on hunting with it if the bedding goes well. The bedding goes well, I plan on hunting with it, and I'm gonna go re-sight it in. We re-sighted it in today, but once I pull the action out of the stock and bed it again, it's gonna be a totally different thing again. So yeah, I also loaded up some 175 grain LRX, but I think might be a good load for it. So we'll see. Once I get that glass bed dried, we'll see how good it goes there. Just so y'all know, we're going to be at my house in about, 10 minutes or less. So I'll have to stop the stream then. That's that. So I'm so glad I started hoarding powder 12 years ago. I'm so glad I started hoarding it 5 years ago. And primers. But at least I have them. I have what I need. So there is that. Yep. Chuck, do you know why it's called formable brass? Enlighten me. Because you're supposed to form it firing it, the casings. Okay. This is either a joke or you're supposed to form it to your chamber. One of the two. I'm hoping it's a joke. Zinc 20%. Ah. Hoping there's a moose out here in the hay flats. I could turn the camera around real quick. I see moose in the hay flats all the time, but I have not seen as many as I used to. Have you?
No. Not recently.
Yeah. What percentage of edible meat in Oregon do you get from a whole moose, elk, or caribou? Have you ever done a rough breakdown of what the meat costs per pound after all hunting expenses are paid? I have not. Anonymous F, you get as much meat as you can. I know we probably got about 90% of the meat from the moose last year. There's some things we just did not have anything to strap the moose to turn it over. It was across the swamp. We couldn't get the four-wheeler over there to drag it or anything like that. So, Andy Lipsco, stay strapped, stay dangerous, stay free, because they're 100% trying to take it from us as we speak. Yep. I have a box of 12 gauge slugs in my backpack that had a price tag of $1.97. There you go. Kirk, you must be older than me. That's saying a lot because, Daniel, guys, my judge, is so old, he doesn't like Glocks. Just kidding with you. I can still carry every time I leave the house. Pretty much me too. Except for when school's in session, I'm school teaching because my Second Amendment rights are gone as a school teacher. They take your Second Amendment right when you come a school teacher. Yep. He's a Daniel got as my judge. 1911 in CZ. Told you. He's a 2 World Wars guy. I love the 1911. The CZs are good too. Millimeter bear load. I am a big recommendation of ckbcastbullets.com. ckbcastbullets.com. And I have his Ken's usually in the chat. I have his bullets in 10 millimeter. That's what I usually carry to my Glock 20 before I sold it to my cameraman, and I gave him the magazine full of them. So, in fact, I'm going to load up a bunch more of those 10 millimeter simply because the CMMG Banshee likes them. So there's that. Never do any hard cast reloads of powder coated. Yeah. So I don't make the bullets myself. I'm just not going to breathe in that kind of lead. With all the health problems I've had already. But it is what it is. So we are heading to my house. I might hit another spot where we start spingling. English or Spanish? English. I just don't like striker fire stuff. Keeps me hammered. Yeah, well, I don't like 1911s that jamming or magazine picking. And you're the one who showed on your channel, Daniel, that a CZ had a spring pop off the bottom of you, dropped all your rounds. Glock might jam once in a while, but it won't do that. Does he sell 4570 and 300 grain? Kermudge, not only does he sell it, I might have some for you. David Thompson, you should never leave the house without your gun, open carry, concealed carry. I keep one in my little boot, 45 long Colt, and a Glock 17. There we go. Do you do any crab boils up there? I do not do that. They fixed that. Good, I'm glad they fixed it. Well, when things go wrong with Glocks, the Glocks fix those. At the gun range 2 days ago, was hitting Unreal with a semi-automatic 22. What's you shooting? Taurus TX. It was accurate. Yeah, the Taurus 22 is a really nice gun. It's probably the best gun Taurus has ever made. I hate Taurus. Like, I was complaining tonight. We were shooting Rossi lever actions, and one was jamming and not working. The 454 would not feed Underwood extreme penetrators. Just would not feed them. You had to load them single round. It was interesting. If you put 3 in there, it wouldn't feed the first one, and you would work it and try to It was weird. Really, 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 really weird. So, well, guys, we're almost to my house, so I'm going to make sure you more videos. So make sure you go check that out. That goes to buying stuff for the channel. It does not go to other stuff. So, yep. So, guys, I appreciate all of y'all. I should have a video coming out. Company sent me to review a hatchet. So I should have a video come out on that. It's a really good one too. Chop wood about this big around. It's good, awesome. You can see me get sweaty and dirty. Anyway, my wife will like it. The rest of you are not going to watch now. And then we've got all these videos we filmed today. I'm hoping to have one of them edited by this weekend. So, is what it is. Guys, take care. Curmudge, call me, see me. We'll talk about it. Take care, Weed Eater. Good to see you again. All y'all have a good night. Godspeed and good hunting.